This is a culinary service announcement. Eating plant-based is really good for your wallet, it's good for your person, and it's good for the whole planet. Sometimes it gets a bad rap, but I'm here to prove that wrong. An animal-based protein diet, it's way more expensive. The keys to keeping plant-based affordable are menu plan around what's fresh and available. Going all in on the bulk aisle. Go crazy and eat what's in season. That's when the freshness is at its peak and the cost is at the lowest. Let's get cooking. Life can be a struggle, but a good meal doesn't have to be. We can make creative, nutritious, and inventive dishes that won't break the bank. Welcome to Struggle Meals. The seasons seem to be changing. It's getting a little chilly. It's time to move on to our autumn dish. Buying produce in season saves money. Have you ever noticed that blueberries are expensive in the winter, and in the summertime it's hard to find a really good pear or Brussels sprout? It's because the stuff is out of season. They're shipping it in from the other side of the planet. And that means that you're paying for shipping cost and a higher price because there isn't a lot of supply. Add the fact that because this fruit or vegetable took a long journey, the vitality is low. So we've got low vitality for high price. It's no bueno. Spring and summer produce tends to be more delicate. Doesn't really last a very long time. Fall and winter produce, it's much heartier at the core, so it lasts longer and you can stretch it. Save money, enjoy fruits and vegetables at their finest, and be more connected to your food by eating seasonally. It's the middle of autumn. The air is crisp. A deep breath feels wonderful, and I want warmth. So I think stew. How do we tackle stew with a plant-based recipe? The answer is by using the root vegetables that are in season and supplementing them with warming spices like bay and clove and cinnamon and cumin, and then adding a ton of protein from bulk purchased legumes. It's the ultimate symbiotic relationship between season and what your body wants. Plant-based style. Dried legumes. This is the way to go because it is the most efficient and most delicious way to eat the beans. You can buy them in a can, but you'll notice that a pound of a can of chickpeas costs the same as a pound of dried stuff. You're paying them to soak it for you. This doesn't take long. The other process that happens in bean soaking is that a lot of undigestible stuff gets pulled out. All this soaking water is loaded with that stuff that's hard to digest. So now, I use fresh water here. This is a cleaner cook. It's a more digestible bean this way. Bring it to a boil. I just love cooking with a bay leaf here. It adds this like citrusy, bright note. Let's get some veg oil in a pan here. The first flavor, fundamental for me in all soups and stews, is an allium. Onion right now. Here's some cumin. It's a really nice warming spice, and it feels like the season in which we're cooking. Packet drawer. To add to that warmth, how about some crushed red pepper? Right into the little bit of vegetable oil. I'm gonna add some garlic. Also, I like salting along the way. Not only are we increasing the flavor of the onion, we're also extracting the moisture out so the cooking happens faster. Now, the star of our dish is a sweet potato. It's a complex carbohydrate, it's sweet, and it makes you feel full, which gives this stew the heartiness that every stew should have. Look at this gorgeous orange color. I mean, that's proof of a ton of nutrition. Adding in a can of whole peeled tomatoes here. Remember, tomatoes' peak season are summer. We are now in autumn. These were canned at peak season. So I'm taking someone else's work here, and now you can hear the temperature of the pan has dropped way, way down. This might seem weird, but I'm going with creamy peanut butter. Salty, umami, fatty deliciousness. So the sweet potato is really, really dense. This kind of cooking is not going to make it tender. But much like the chickpeas, the true cooking is gonna happen completely submerged under water, in this case, our vegetable stock, which can be a free ingredient if you save all of your wilted vegetables and end pieces and whatnot. Oh yeah, what a nice natural thickness. I'm getting into the vibe. Drop the stock! Never gets old. The chickpeas, they're pretty cooked. I'm just gonna dump them in. Here we go. Bring this up to a simmer, and we're just gonna cook this until the sweet potatoes are tender and the chickpeas are flavorful, and that'll happen at the same time. Call it 25, 30 minutes. I've got some spinach here. Optional step, I'm gonna throw it in there. I just put it at the end, just so it wilts. Let's plate it up. Here we go. You can see how thick and creamy that is. It's totally plant-based. I'm very pleased. We've got some dry bulk peanuts, getting some texture of the peanuts on top. I think that's nice. And then finally, we've got cilantro here, a final touching of herb. So here we have a totally plant-based autumn stew. We reached the low price of $2.28. So, try. And it's just wonderful. Really warm cumin herbs. We've got some spice from the red pepper. We've got the dry bulk stuff filling our bellies and giving us protein. We've got the in-season sweet potato, which is adding a delicious creaminess without using any animal products. Anyone who eats this that doesn't normally eat vegetables, they'll be sold. It's all vegetables. It's delicious.